Hello everyone, it is Friday. I think it's Friday. It should be Friday. If not, I'm very, very sad. I think it's Friday. It's so hard to keep track of everything, but it should be Friday. So we're going to be playing some more Apollo Justice today. I hope you are all doing well, and I now crave some chocolate. I'll have to do that later. It's indeed Friday. So it is Friday, as it was also payday. Oh, my payday was last Friday. Yeah, heat. How warm is it, Pix? How hot is it at your place? Here it's not too bad, actually. I am actually quite happy with this temperature. It's a warm, sticking grass. You hate it, yeah. Poor Bricks, not exactly used to like the. Oh my god! That is. Wait. You're still in the UK, right, Red? Or are you in Portugal? Oh my god. That is excessive. That is a temperature I would expect from, you know, Southern Europe, not London. Well. Yeah, that is horrific. Meanwhile, I think we have a measly, like, 24. I mean, actually, I'm going to check how hot it is here. It's not too bad. We need to have the window open, otherwise things go badly, but it is, you know, comfortable. Yeah, it's 21 degrees, so it's not, like, bad at all, really. Hello, Septile! The tin office today. Oh, wow. Yeah, I can see, like, how that would be, like, heart-stroke inducing. Wow, I don't envy you one bit for that. Now, I'm probably gonna be getting some water down the line because I have done a stupid and forgotten to refill the water bottles. I'm gonna have to fix that eventually, but we'll have to deal with that as time goes on. Right, I have completely forgotten the a thing regarding another thing, which is very, very, you know, indicative about how this is all going for me today. I just feel, you know, like kind of whimsical. No idea what's going on. Everything is just like scattered. It's like, you know, things are just weird. I rained twice today, so the hot floor dried up. Wow. Yeah. Oh, speaking of weather, we had some wonderful, like, good old-fashioned thunderstorms. A good old-fashioned thunderstorm here yesterday. So, I love thunderstorms. Like, the just sound, sound of the crackling thunder. It is just, it's cozy. It's so cozy. And the accompanying, like, the rain, right, just immense rainfall that comes afterwards. It's just, oh, it's so cozy. Of course, I don't want to be outside in it, but it's cozy. I love it. There was something I was going to check on. Yes, it was on Twitch, on my Twitch thing, because, you know, I am sometimes forgetful and forgetting to check on this before we start. Yeah, we're still quite far away from that. I'm gonna have to do something about that eventually. Maybe broaden my horizons a little bit. We'll see. Now, let's play some Apollo Justice. I know you're all itching for some more Apollo Justice for the next part of this amazing game. So here we go, the Turnabout Serenade, and forgive me, everyone. Let's rock! Let's rock! Yeah. You're gonna be so tired of this song by the end of this. We love you. Rock on, everyone. This party is not over yet. Get out your handkerchiefs for a very special guest. That's right, baby. This night is just getting started. Thank you for coming to the Gavineers Guilty as Charged tour. This ends the first part of tonight's show. There will now be a 20-minute intermission. And maybe I should just go get the water immediately, but hey. Oh, good morning. But yeah, that song that was playing there, you are going to be so fed up with it. It's a little bit like the Blue Badger song, in this case. Speaking of Blue Badgers, can you see him? We don't get away from him. This is so cool. How's the Gaviner's concert? Huh? Did you say something? My ears are still ringing. The Gavineers putting the sick back in music. Well, I thought Mr. Gavin was really nice. Sending us those tickets at 20% off. They're hard to get hold of, you know. When you invite people to a concert, it's usually free. Let's head into his dressing room, Apollo. You know, like for a couple of VIPs. I always dreamt of being a VIP at the Gaviner show. Trucy, you didn't know who Prosecutor Gavin was before that case. What kind of fan doesn't know the lead vocalist's name? There is, yes, there is. But we're still gonna be, you know, fed up with that riff, and it's just, you know. Yeah, but I'm a girl! I'm supposed to swoon over gods of rock! God awful, maybe. I bought all their stuff on the way home from the trial. I got 12 Gaviner's albums and 15 concert videos. Wow. That was quite a bit of impulse shopping. I'm gonna invest on my next 15 years worth of allowance. For Wright, Mr. Wright, that sounds like a real act of generosity. How does Wright get that sort of money even? Would I imagine me being here at a Gaviner's concert, watching Prosecutor Gavin rock? To be honest, he was kind of cool, and I'm kind of envious. But I don't ever admit that to Trucy. Ah, you made it! Mr. Gavin, thank you so much for the tickets. And the invoice you sent along with them. You were incredible up on stage, Mr. Gavin. Nothing like booze music to lighten the mood after a trial, yeah? And we're almost ready for our next act. I'm looking forward to it myself. Lamois singing, right? The side of the ballad? And we're also going to be super tired of that one. Oh, yeah. That flyer said she flew all the way over for this show. That's right. I happened to catch her show while overseas. Her voice, it's divine. I knew I had to invite her to perform with us. Lamois says, you praise me too highly. Whoa, who's this guy? He's huge. Allow me to introduce Mr. Romain Latoise. Romain Latoise. I mean, there has to be some. Okay, if there's a pun on that name, I can't see it. But there probably is one, because that's the way these games work. Lamour's manager and her interpreter, incidentally. It's a great honor for us to be here, and a great honor for Lamour to be heard in this country. Yeah, forgive me for not trying that voice. I wish I could understand it. It's beautiful. Oh, it's Lamour! I'm actually meeting Lamour! Lamour? La Miroir. La Miroir. La Miroir. Actually, I am so certain that the I there is supposed to be Lamoire, but you know, yeah, the Burgundian language returns. It is mysterious songstress. Her quiet, deep songs glide through the air, lilting above a sparse but elegant piano accompaniment. Now this is music. She's a real artist. Lamioura says, we have long looked forward to this joint performance. Ah, Lamoire, your voice, it is art. Yet, without his piano to guide me, it is but a voice. I've seen this kid somewhere before. He plays piano at all Lamioire's concerts. He's cute, and he's a really good pianist. Good pianists are a dying breed, I hear here. Allow me to introduce Machi Tobaye. He is blind. Machi Tobaye. Yeah, I still can't see the pun. Wait, where's the puns? Oh well. This is why he never strays far from Lamioire. Yeah, that is true. Technically, the first time we see this language, technically. They are always together. They're like characters from some fairy tale. Lamioire is so... what's that word? Exotic! And mysterious. She does seem quite pretty. At least, her eyes do. As is a kind of sightseeing music. Huh? She travels the globe, putting the sights she sees into song. Even though her appearance and voice are exotic, her songs remind us of something close and warm. Sights into song? That's so poetic. She was gracious enough to put music to my lyrics tonight. The guitar serenade. I hope you enjoy it. I can't wait. And now it is time for the next part. We are giving the Gavineers a hard rock a little rest. Lamoire, the stage is yours. But the band members will not play during Lamoire's ballade. Only Machi's tender tones and Lamioire's dulcet voice. And my guitar, of course. Whoa! Nice like this makes it all worthwhile, you know. I should have learned to play the guitar. There's not much romance in chords of steel. Shall we hit the stage then? Good luck, Mr. Gavin. Take care of your arts stolen away, yeah? Let's get back to the concert hall, Polly. This is also a song you were going to be super sick and tired of after this one. It is like the Badger song. Well, Klavier is, well, doing some hot frets, alright. I feel ashamed. I should have said that. I shouldn't have said that. Wow! Wasn't La Miroir's amazing? I even cried a little. I was surprised Prosecutor Gavin actually burned his guitar. Yeah, that was even surprised me. And I'm a magician. What a production. What a destruction. I don't think Prosecutor Gavin was expecting it either, oddly. He looked surprised as I was. Is that what I call risking life and limb for art? I think it's my new hero. I'm not sure I'd call that art. Well, what are we doing here? Let's go and go to Mr. Gavin's dressing room. There's 20 minutes till the last part of the show. How many breaks does this band need? What the heck was with that? I was never consulted about it. Sorry, Mr. Gavin, sir. As the man in charge, I play new rock, not great balls of fire. Speaking of fire, I have a good mind to fire whomever is responsible. He seems upset. Apollo Justice, were you the one who tried to torch me? Hey, I didn't do it. So much for risking your life for art. The guitar serenade is ruined. Ruined! Well, let's try talking to him at least. I'm not sure that's the best move right now. He looks angry. You mean the guitar wasn't part of the act? Part of the act? Who would burn up a guitar on purpose? But it worked really well with the lyrics just then. Burning in my heart, fire, burn my love away, all away. Great Balls of Fire is an amazing song. It is so good. Goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire! Wait, you think the audience thought it was... Sounds like he got lucky. They probably thought it was part of the act. At least I did. He got lucky and he didn't realize it. Anyway, that guitar was a Ferrari of guitars. All the speed, all the sound, and all the price. I burned one of those at every show. I got broke. Unusually frugal for a rock band. Try saying that to Mr. Gavin. Achtung! Today has been one disaster after another. My arm won't run, my guitar case is broken. Daddy told me there was days like this. Wasn't La Miroir's song incredible? You worked in it too, right, Mr. Gavin? Ah, yes, thanks. It was a collaboration. I wrote the lyrics and she wrote the melody. You know, I was surprised she could sing in English. I'm sure she practiced a long time for this day. Ah, here. What's this? A lyrics sheet. It's yours. Signed by myself and La Miroir. Yippee, thank you so much! All I ever get to sign are client defense agreements. Yeah, it is. Almost time for the third act of the night. Oh, there's more? Yes, La Miroir's part is done. Now it is time for us to drop our groove again, yeah? I hope you are ready to catch it. Ready, Apollo? I think I'll pass. Huh? I like the bit with La Miroir, but the rest could use a volume knob turned way down. Ah, Apollo, you're getting old. Does 22 qualify as old to a 15-year-old? Well, I'm going. Let the old folks rest at backstage, yeah? Time to rock. Hey, you're older than I am. Hey, it's you! That's right, kid! Detective Sky. I'll let that right kid presence pass. Call me Emma. There's no need for titles once you've shed a bottle of fingerprinting powder. That's a new one. And she, as always, Emma is snacking on something. So, Emma, what are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm snacking. You think I want to be here? Me, in charge of security in this pit? Security? Did something happen? There's no knowing where that glimmer's fun. Munch. Apparently he is all upset because something was stolen. He went to security back here during the concert. Where does he get off acting like he's some sort of big rock star? He is a big rock star. Hey! You listening to me? So, where does this door here lead to? This one? It's Lamira's dressing room. Don't even think about going in there unless you want a piece of snackos in your face. Is she ever in a good mood, I wonder? Emma? Munch. I've never seen someone eat snack with such vehemence. Really give her a wide berth. She snackooed me. Emma. She's still munching. Emma, can you take a look at this? What do you think? Oh, poor Apollo, poor Apollo. That must be a bottomless bag of snacks. I guess she doesn't want to talk right now. So what's this thing doing here? What's this? Some kind of headset earpiece? Why would someone leave this in the hallway? Maybe Lamiroa's bodyguard dropped it. She has no fucks to give. Emma! Will you stop eating those snacks for 1 second and listen? Ha! If you're gonna think you're gonna pull me away from my snacks to hear you mumbling on and on about whatever, you're gonna be so disappointed. At least I don't have to stop munching. What's that odd looking doll looking here? Oh! That's the blue Mad Badger. Could you try either talking or munching, but not both? She hit me with a snack. Serves me right. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to try to do that. Sorry, I will speak snackoos. Let's probably go to Gavin's, the Gavineer's dressing room. Put so much as a hand on the door and I'll snackoo you. Hold on, but I just came out of there. Don't play smart with me. So, this is Lamiroa's dressing room. If you even think about going in there, I'll... What was that? Was that a gunshot? Something's going on. You, out of my way! Emma! Lamiroa! It's not locked. I'm going in. What's that awful noise? Oh, it's a concert. Ah, that's Lamiroa's manager, Mr. What's his name? Latoise! Oh no! Hey, you! Me? Watch his room for me. I have to call for backup. Right, understood. You want me to make sure no one comes in, right? And don't touch anything. I'll be right back. What's going on? I talked to him just now. Just talked to him, and now he's alive. Mr. Latouche, can you hear me? Shh. Shot. I was shot. Who? Who shot you? I don't know. Ask. Ask what? Ask. Witness. Witness? There was a witness? Who? Cold. So cold. Witness. You're cold. Don't worry. You're gonna be fine. Help us on the way. Can't see. Hang in there, Mr. Latoise. Tell me who was the witness. The witness is Siren. Siren? How can a siren witness anything? Mr. Latoise! Yikes! Emma! What was that? Who's there? What's wrong? Emma, did you see anyone just now? Huh? No? I could have sworn I heard the door close. The concert been cancelled. Backup's on the way. Is Mr. Latoise... He's dead, isn't he? It's terrible. I lost him. Romain Latoise shot. And I heard his last words. The witness is the siren. Whatever that means. The venue's locked down. We took the names and address before letting the crowd go. Good work, Darian. I'll do not find out anything about the victim later. And it's investigation time then, yeah, Fraulein Detective? I don't need some rock and rolling prosecutor to tell me that. What a request I must make. Tell no one, on staff or otherwise, of anything of this. Oh, a gag order. No word gets out other than Mr. Latoise's death. That Mr. Latoise is dead. No word about the cause of death or of the murder weapon. Tell no one. Not even La Miroir? Not even her. We must keep everything under wraps. Oh, one other thing. I need your signature on this forehead. Yours too, Fraulein. On that? An investigation request? Why just us? You two are civilians. It is standard procedure. That should be okay to sign, I think. Right. Well, get started with the investigation. I'm on it already. Ah, and one tip for you. Huh? Me? Try not to get in the Fraulein Detective's way. She's in a foul mood today. Gee, I wonder why. Yeah, it kind of goes. It just follows the law office. We were all questioned as witnesses, and now none of us can go home. Oh, we'll investigate, all right, our way. Somehow, I don't see us getting back to that crime scene anytime soon. I still can't believe I was there when it happened. Not an experience I care to repeat anytime soon. There's not a time for navel gazing. Let's crack this case. I worry about Trucy. She seems to have a very loose idea what it means to be an attorney. Of course, that's not surprising considering who her father is. Something the matter? No. Let's get cracking. I'm the only one who was there. The only one who heard Mr. Latoise's last words. First order of business to find out what he meant by siren. Well, before we do anything, we have to pick up this thing here. What's that? Looks like some kind of future phone. Not a phone, a transceiver. It's called a headset. What's the headset doing on the floor? Wait! Do you think Mr. Latoise had been wearing it? Like one of those bodyguards? I don't think he was wearing one when we first met. The LED on this thing is lit. It must be on. I guess not then. I'm thirsty, Apollo. Want something to drink? How about this one? A steel samurai soda. Now in real steel flavor? Huh? Here, my treat. Hey, this isn't enough change. The machines outside are cheaper. This one is highway robbery. Lumbo's dressing room. A scene of a crime. We're not supposed to go in there. But aren't we involved? Aren't we duty bound to investigate? Sadly, no. Yeah. There are no problems with the diplomatic incidents. Though, the situation being what it is, now may be our best chance to do some snooping. Let's see Gavin's dressing room. The crime scene was La Miroir's dressing room next door. Never know where clues might be hiding, Apollo. Let's case this joint. After you, Trucy P. After you, Trucy. P.I. Don't I already have that thing on the floor? Wait a minute. Let's just... Nope. This button. Why did I pick that up? I was pretty sure we could get that up. Okay, guess not then. Well, let's go to... let's move into the dressing room because... we will. Oh, it's you. I figured you'd come. You have to let us investigate the scene, please. You're attorneys now. Shouldn't you wait until you have a client? But Twas did tell me to ask the witness, the siren. With his dying breath, no less. Doesn't that count? Glad told me you won. You'll get no snacks from me. Please, think of poor Laminois. Oh well, I suppose. You did find the body with me. Great, let's get to it. Right. Just try not to touch anything. She's letting us look. And she's not munching her snacks. This bodes well. There are clues here, I can feel it. Well, leave no hanger unhung, no spot unspotted. Mr. Lomloin Toulouse, wasn't it? It was Laminoir's manager and interpreter, apparently. This was his first time in the country. So I'm guessing he didn't know many people here. It doesn't seem likely, nor can I think of anyone with a motive to murder him. Except for one person, of course. One person? Who? Laminoir. No one here might have a motive, but she's from... What are you talking about? Ugh. Hey! It was Emma's idea! I said nothing! And she's back to munching. Always with the snacks. He's a big man. Or was. I don't think I would win a fight against him. Which is why whoever it was used a revolver, I'm guessing. I sent a request to a Burgundian embassy for more info on him. Well, you and I know more about the crime than anyone. You do? That's true, it was also found the body. What? I guess that's what I missed when I was watching the concert. Hey, I wish I was watching the concert. Anything would be better than this. Well, we know the crime took place during the concert. And when we heard a gunshot and entered the room, the kill was already gone. What? But that doesn't make any sense. You came in when you heard the shot and no one was here? How did they leave the room? That window's a little bit too small, isn't it? The mystery of the disappearing killer. Okay, let's examine everything. So we have this thing here. Oh, with a pretty brooch! Oh, Emma! You're not going to say, can I have it, please, are you? Oh! Look, you may be a cute little girl of 15. But that doesn't mean that doesn't get you any special treatment with me. Oh, it's not healthy to envy the young Emma. It's not about envy, it's about tampering with evidence. Note to self, Emma lacks a sense of humor. Use caution. You need to respect your elders a little. The irony of Emma's statement. Something seems familiar about that brooch. Bullet shots. Are these bullet holes? Looks like it. And there are two here in the wall. From the look of it, the victim was shot once in the shoulder. The first shot it must have missed. But there are two holes. Wouldn't that mean two misses? The murder weapon is a 45 caliber revolver. It's very powerful. I believe what we're seeing here is the mark left by the second bullet after it passed through his shoulder. Ouch. Sounds painful. No kidding. I wonder about this murder weapon. Nope. I think so. I'm actually not sure. This is the murder weapon, isn't it? This revolver. That's right, a big 45 caliber revolver. Wow. I wonder who brought this in here. I thought only police were allowed to have one of those. Why are you giving me that look? I didn't do it. I didn't... Listen, I was up in the hall eating snackus when it happened. I know. No one here thinks you did it, Emma. It's hard to tell with you sometimes, Apollo. Hey, what have I done? Wait, if the killer brought a revolver, it must mean they had planned this from the start. That's right? Let's see. I mean, we had Edward letting up most horrendous. Yeah, that is fine. That is true. Oh, that's the body, isn't it? Sure is. The victim, no less. Let's take a closer look. Ah! Go ahead, Apollo. You first. Me? No, you should go first, Trucy. Really. Apollo! Why would you subject a 15-year-old girl to be the first to examine a dead body? I have no words. Will you two stop bickering and get over here? Stop munching on chips. She's munching on snackus again. I hope she's not too annoyed. Ah! Is that blood? Why don't you examine this one, Apollo? You know more about red stuff than I do. Yeah. Says who? Something is strange about this blood, though. Is that what it looks like? Apollo, look at this hand. He's holding something. Hey, no touching. You can throw all the snacks at me you like, Emma, but sooner or later you're going to run out of them. You raise a good point. I'm a bit intrigued by this scene. Let's take a look. See his hair? He's holding something. What is this? A keyring? You think it might belong to the killer? Certainly a possibility. What an unusual keyring. And what unusual keys. This could be a vital clue. Apollo is 22. I mean, so I don't know about when people get out of law school, but provided you start law school at 18, 22 isn't like too hard of a stretch for finishing a law degree, I guess. I don't know how long it takes to finish a law degree. Fair enough, fair enough. So, this is the murder weapon? This revolver is incredibly heavy. It's been fired twice. You can still smell the gunpowder. That's odd. What is odd? Oh, nothing. Hey, no fair, tell us. It's just something about this revolver seems strange. Strange? Okay, let's check the gun. See if we can see anything. The middle of the weapon is a revolving chamber. That's where you load the bullets. A revolver, see? A revolver. That sounds a little bit like Wunderbar. Especially if you sign it really fast. I guess. You know what I always used to think? I used to think the closest sound to Wunderbar was one liver. There's just so many words in the world, Apollo. Isn't it amazing? So many different words, so many different people. People like Truzy. Let's see. Okay, the same thing again. So, oh my god, oh, this is so dumb. I have a feeling we are able to, you know, inspect the front of the gun. And rule number 1 when handling a gun, always assume that it's loaded. It doesn't matter if you have a magazine in hand, assume it's loaded. Because why the fuck? Yikes, don't point that thing at me. Don't worry, I have an old hand with firearms. I want to shoot bullets. I don't want it shooting any bullets, thank you. Not those bullets, silly. My gun shoots bullets, the magic cat. A cat comes out of a gun? I can tell by your expression you've never heard of that trick. It's a great one. Honestly, that sounds halfway interesting. What do you think about this revolver? Well, it's pretty big and heavy. That's right, it's a .45 caliber. That makes it one of the deadliest revolvers around. Even the police don't carry guns this big. Really? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You don't need so much power to kill at such a close range. It's overkill. I'm not sure I see the problem. I mean, whenever I go out to eat curry, I order it extra spicy just to be sure it's spicy. Of course, I can only ever eat 1 or 2 bites. And that's not a problem. There's another thing about the gun this big. It was a lot of strain on the shooter. Strain? Yeah, say, if you were to fire this revolver, the recoil would probably dislocate your shoulder. Ouch! It's like the shooter's a victim too. Yet, the killer used this revolver, and quite well. I'm guessing whoever did it was used to shooting. Used to shooting a high caliber weapon? Well, that's about it. I think we looked at just about everything there is. I guess you're right. I know how you're feeling. It is hard to know when to stop. But anything more involved has to wait until the squad gets here. I suppose. I'll go report the evidence. Sorry, but could you wait here until I get back? Huh? Actually, we have to break. Thanks! She left. What do we do, Apollo? Wow. Yeah, I am actually... Yeah, it is. Everything Gumshoe says is to be taken with a little grain of salt. She told us to wait. Great. Now what am I supposed to... How am I supposed to investigate? Well, I guess it can't be helped. Let's go. Huh? Go? Time's a wasting, Apollo! We had a lot of ground to cover. Well, that's true, but... On second thought, why not? I'm sure everything will be fine. Of course it will. Let's go. Ah! Who's there? We didn't just imagine that, did we? He was wearing a silk hat. Friend of yours? Hardly! Whoever that was, he sure looked suspicious. What is it with today? Problem after problem. Achtung! You ain't kidding. Is it your leading member of the Gavineers, Apollo? Klavier on the vocals and Darian on the guitar. They're so cool! I have a hard time thinking of Klavier as anything but a prosecutor, honestly. Huh? What are they arguing about? Probably the case, I'd bet. My hog won't start. My guitar case is busted. My guitar's been burnt to a crisp. And to top it off, someone is dead. I live on my own. Yeah. You need to have some variety, not just like instant ramen. I've had a lot, like, so, Tenho and I eat a lot of instant ramen, or we used to. Like, the trick is, though, to upgrade it with something. Like meat, eggs, vegetables, like, additional, you know, like, flavoring oil. And then it works. But you need to upgrade the instant ramen to something more than just noodles. Now, beans, on the other hand, like, baked beans, they are legit. I mean, it is super boring, but you can sustain yourself on baked beans for a long time. As a matter of fact, one of my friends in university basically did that so he could finance his trip to Japan one year. So he practically ate only baked beans all year. Also, all of his money from the stipend, like the scholarships and the stipend and stuff like that, could be used to go to Japan instead, so he didn't have to work on the side. I would never have been able to do that because I desperately need some variation in my you know, diet. Otherwise, I will just, you know, go spade. But it's still a thing. He did also mention he was maybe probably undernourished while doing so there's that. So maybe not just live on baked beans. But like pasta with, so we can go a lot with just spaghetti and just. Actually, let's not discuss more food because I just keep going rambling and not get any gameplay done. And then there was that performance just now. What was that all about? Hey man, don't blame me. You're the one who missed the cue. Me? Miss a cue? How could I conceivably get the most important part of the song wrong? How? And what was all that tiny, tinny playing of yours? What are you calling tinny? Sounds like they're having a spat. All those differences in the musical direction bands are always splitting up over. Is it already that time? What are you two doing here? Hiya. We were just discussing the investigation, if you don't mind. Sorry, wait, you were what? Listen, you need to confirm that with the Republic of Borgonia, Detective Crescent. Right, anything else? What did he just call him? Detective? Ah, greetings. Darian Crescent, Criminal Affairs, Division 3. This guy. That hair. Like, which character am I thinking of? I mean, there is this one character from somewhere, like old time cartoons, that just makes me think of that. And like, normally I'd say Johnny Bravo, but like his hair is just like standing up like that, like enormous. It's just like super, like, you know, like. I don't really know what this. The biggest crime of this game so far, that hair. Hello? Criminal Affairs? Apollo, you really don't know anything about the Gavineers, do you? Something tells me that's about to be remedied. About the crime. Which crime do you mean? The murder, what else? Oh, that. For me, today's been a hit parade of crimes, you see. Prosecutor Gavin was singing the blues earlier, wasn't he? Kjære, kan du ta med litt sitron ut hit for meg på veien ut? Tusen takk. Something about his hog and guitar case? Anyway, I'm afraid you know more about the killings of Mr. Latois than I do. For now, at least. Huh? You were the one who found the body, yeah? Well, we were in the middle of performance, no less. Aren't you going to examine the crime scene, Prosecutor Gavin? I'll leave that to Fraulein Detective. Tusen tack. You are being summoned. Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna get something like just drink some water because I mean, this game is more involved with the prosecutors than many others because like we see Gavin everywhere. I mean, you don't. I mean, I guess you don't see Edgeworth too much around in the first game. You see Francesca some in the second, and you see Gordon some in the third. But like, we basically see Gavin everywhere in this game. Oh, and here's a tip for all of you. If your voices are ever like feeling cracked because of something, lemon in water. It's like magic. Wouldn't want to step on their toes. They're not exactly the best buddies, are they? And with Prosecutor Gavin, I mean, well, what to do next? We've already checked out the scene. Prosecutor Gavin may be right. Where might be the most informed for once? Maybe Prosecutor Gavin can shed some light on the things we found. I don't believe you, Apollo. How could you come to this? Well, I think I got some, like, you know, lemon juice on my fingers. Come to a concert and not know about the Gavineers. It is not surprising. Why? Even our ancestors knew nothing of America's existence once. I know America exists. The Gavineers aren't just an average rock band, Apollo. Each member is connected to police somehow. The police? The real police! Back in... By the day they pack heat, but by the stage, by night they heat up the stage. By day, those lips interrogate. By night, they sing songs of unrequited passion. Okay. They debuted 7 years ago with 13 years Hard Time for Love. And then came Love with No Chance of Parole. And My Boyfriend is a prosecutor's witness. The list of hits goes on and on. This here is my right-hand man, Darian Crescent. I make the melodies and he attacks them with his guitar. He's a bit of a rogue, really. And this guy's a bit of a perfectionist. When the performance goes the least bit wrong, he just goes into his funk, just like today. I hope Murder would be a bit more off-putting than a ruined concert. That concert today, a disaster. I'll get to the bottom of this and then we'll see who missed the cue. Missed the cue? They were arguing about that before. Great. I love nothing more than questioning tormented artists. What's this miscue you were keep talking about? You heard it, didn't you? From the audience. Actually I didn't notice anything. See? No amateur is going to pick up on that. Can you guarantee that the entire audience of amateurs? No. Now, take a look, listen to this. What's that? A mixing board. I use it to record our concert tonight. Aren't we supposed to be investigating a murder? Well, we've come this far. Might as well go all the way. I've always wanted to learn about the recording industry. Oh, and more gimmicks from the 3DS. This is one of the devices used in the recordings. We were a 5-part band. This lets us record each member's performance separately. You use the sliders to adjust the volume for each part. Check it out. Wow, neat! So, could you say only heard hear the drum part? Of course! That is how we find the criminal guilty of dismissing his cue tonight. I'm more concerned with the other criminal, the one who killed people. You want to help on the case? Then help me with mine. I guess rock and roll comes before prosecuting. Let us begin. First, we bring up the part of the performance in question. You simply choose the section of the song which you hear at the bottommost bar. Like so. There it is. Now listen. Was something wrong? You couldn't hear it? Listen again, closely. The time is a little off, isn't it? You see, there, right at the most important part. And even an amateur can hear it. An amateur with a mixing board, maybe? You're missing the point. We'll never stamp out the crime until we're perfect. Perfect! Here he goes again. Right, Herr Amateur, you will prove my point. Huh? Me? You will find a missed cue. You will tell us which instrument, which part, the guilty part, but how? Did I not just explain it? Use this slider to adjust the volume for each part. Then you will find the part that hopelessly bungles the cue. You'll find it with your untrained amateur ears. Nothing to do with try, Apollo. I guess, I'll admit, this looks kind of fun. First, a quick review. Use the sliders to adjust volumes. Press the section of the song you wish to hear at the bottom bar. Sliders in the bar, got it. Once you find the guilty part, press the corresponding number. Time to rock. Okay, so... So there's something up here. I of course know which one it is. This part is off. Which part? Second is guitar. It was you, Darian. Ah, well, looks like this cat's out of the bag. Ah, well, that is all you have to say. That kind of attitude lets killers walk free, Darian. Here they go again. Oh, also, I just keep having to show off this one. Ah, what are you having, Pix? What are you eating? I just love this cup, it's so good. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to ask about the concert. It's starting to feel like we're just wasting time. It's all experience under our belts. Can't be that bad. Yeah, I've definitely got some like lemon juice on my fingers. Still can't get over the title for that song. Let's see, chips, pork pie, onion bhaji, samosa, chicken sticks, ham, pineapple, mini pizza bits. Oh, that's quite a selection. That was hard to figure out. Quite a selection. Probably gonna be gross chicken. Killed too long. It is so loud outside. Let's check the Sorry, but I'm not in the mood to talk about that right now. Gavin and I can only take so much for one day. Funny, I always thought Klavier Gavin was one of those cool stoic types. I mean, I also had to put it up with chicken drumstick. Now I want hot wings. We don't have enough. Actually, we do. Maybe we have enough like stuff to make hot wings tomorrow. No wait, we were going to barbecue tomorrow. That's how it was. Sunday will be hot wings. Provided I remember it. I was wondering if you knew anything about this. That does look familiar. Familiar? It's mine. That's my keyring. I've been looking all over for it. What? This is yours, Mr. Gavin? I knew it. Apollo! How can I make that I knew it face? This is the keyring that was... Yeah, I know. Thanks, anyway. So, where did you find it? Actually, the victim was holding it. Like he was trying to keep it from the killer, even if it meant his life. What? What? The victim? You mean Mr. Toulouse had my keys? Indeed. Then, will my trials be over? But this is also Sweden. Like, we social distance by default, except the kids. Speaking of trials, I've never heard of Mr. Gavin whining in court like it has been today. Emma was right about the flop, I'll give her that. Apollo! Mr. Gavin, maybe we can help. Tell us about your troubles today. I really don't think that's... Tell us! And we'll keep mum about the ring keyring for now. You're blackmailing me, Fraulein. You were saying something about your motorcycle not starting? And something about your guitar case being busted. You're well informed. You mentioned a few times. It all happened this morning. It's all this keyring's fault. The keyring? It's got all my keys on it, yeah? My bike key, my car key, and the key to my guitar case. Wait, so this keyring, it disappeared. I thought I put it in my jacket pocket. Prosecutor Gavin's keyring disappeared? I'd come to the council by taxi. How embarrassing. Not to get my guitar out, I had to break the lock. Wait, this guitar wasn't the one that... the very one in flames. And right in the stage too. I actually thought I was part of the show. Crazy! And to top it off, Mr. Toulouse's life was taken. Nobody told me about days like these. Strange days indeed. I am so unfamiliar with Pokepark. The only Pokemon game I've been playing, like, since... X and Y. I didn't finish that game, is Pokemon Go. And my nose itches again. Strange days indeed. You think... What's wrong, Trucy? Well, I was just starting to make sense of everything. First, this heart-shaped keyring gets stolen. Then a very expensive guitar flares up on stage. Then Mr. Toulouse dies. Yes, and? Could it already be just a coincidence? Coincidence? Meaning? Diane, can you make any sense of all this? Hey, don't look at me. What do you think, Apollo? Huh? I mean, either Mr. Gavin's having a really bad day, or all this was planned. You aren't thinking what you think you are thinking. Are you, Frau Lane? I am. What? What? Hey, don't leave me in a dark spot with Spike here. The name's Apollo, but yeah, I agree. Don't leave us in the dark. What are you talking about? Haven't you noticed a connection, Apollo? A curious connection between all of Mr. Gavin's troubles today? Well... You haven't? I just don't see the connection, sorry. Well, don't just give up. Give it a little thought. Wait, you don't mean this, do you? A lyrics sheet? The guitar Serenade? What's that got to do with anything? It has everything to do with everything. I thought I would. Though I wouldn't have believed it if the Fraulein hadn't pointed it out. What are you talking about, man? Enough with riddles. Maybe it is a coincidence, or perhaps it means something. Oh, I love chicken neck drumsticks. You mean like the part that is connected to the wings, right? To like the fatty part that's connected to wings, right? Or talking about the legs? I'm. Wait. Chicken drumstick? Slimy? I am thoroughly confused what you mean now. What is... like, what? I just can't think of... How do you get slimy chicken legs? Like chicken drumsticks. How do you get slimy chicken drumsticks? It's like the barbecue sauce doing it? Don't you think, Frau Lake? I do. Everything that's happened to Mr. Gavin today is predicted in the lyrics to this song. It's like, I'm trying very, very, very hard to figure out how someone gets slimy chicken legs. And it's either that they're doing something horrendously wrong when they cook it, which would be worrying in the first place, Like, what? Chicken tikka is delicious. That's also something I want to make. But, like, we can't have rice to go with it. It's predicted in the lyrics of this song. But what? No way. Look, just think about everything that's happened to Mr. Gavin. I am just confused to what refers to slime in this case. Yeah. Let's listen in the order of which they occurred while reading these lyrics on the sheet. First, the keyring was stolen. And not just any keyring, a heart-shaped keyring. That's right here. When you stole away the keys to my heart, I held on so tight. I have not, no. This is a heart holding the keys. And next a guitar burst into flame. Burning on my heart fire, burned my love away. And then Mr. Toulouse was killed. The bullet of love, fire take my life away. But that's crazy! Yeah, no kidding! Everything that happened today here? This song predicted it all? Or perhaps it was the other way around. Huh? The criminal gonna base his crime on the lyrics. But who would go through all that trouble? Someone who moves in mysterious ways, no doubt? I believe you stumbled upon something quite vital. And quite annoying, Fraulein. I love that sprite. It is so just, you know. She looks pleased, like, eh. The lyrics predicting the crime, Klavier? It is a bit more than just coincidence to me. I have to agree. The keyring, the guitar, a murder. The keyring might have been dropped by accident. Yet the victim was holding it. Hard to think it was unconnected. That's true. Prosecutor Gavin is as calm and collected as ever. So, the criminal matched their actions to the lyrics. That sounds likely. Why would anyone do that? While we think about that, I'm going to get the cracking on the biggest crime here. I'm going to talk to the Burgundian embassy about this Mr. Latouche. Ah, right. Thanks, Diane. I'll leave the pondering of mysteries to you. I'm out of here. A foreign national. Mr. Latouche was killed. It seems like that would be the point of all this. But they did more than that. They left with not only a murder, but a mystery. Mr. Gavin sure is irritable today. Maybe this is the real prosecutor Gavin that get to see the courtroom. I've had enough, frankly. If you find any more mysteries, do me a favor and keep them to yourselves, yeah? Yeah. Guess this is all we're going to get from Prosecutor Gavin. That leaves La Miroir to question. Prosecutor Gavin, do you know where La Miroir is now? Ah, I had to go to my dressing room. With that pianist, Machito Baye. Of course. She seemed rather shocked by Mr. Toulouse's sudden passing. But Gavin is dressing room. Got it. Ah! Who's there? I think I just surprised Tenno. There he goes again. Who? That was mine. Okay. Who is that guy? Huh? Choosy? You know, he did look sort of familiar. So he is a friend of yours? No, that's not it. Sorry, I don't remember. curiouser and curiouser. Ah, La Miroir! What? What has happened? I heard that Mr. Latours has died. La Miroir, you speak? I mean, whoa! Hello there, Callie. Welcome. I'm gonna have to take a look at the Ace Prosecutor Zero. Hello, Banana Squid Meal and everyone else. How are you all doing today? You speak English? Hello, Bello, and hello, Posse. Ah, yes. I was invited here from the Republic of Burguinia. I'm not Burgundian by birth. But wasn't Mr. Latours your interpreter? Ah, that. Well, yes, it was Mr. Toulouse's idea. He thought it would add to the mystery, you see. Then, your pianist is also... No, Machitobe is Burgundian. He doesn't speak English. Now, please tell me, what has happened to Mr. Toulouse? Latours. Why did he... Actually, Mr. Latours was choosy. Huh? Remember what Prosecutor Gavin said, not a word. But Mr. Latours is Lamoureux's manager. Yes, it is Virginia. Technically, Pix, this is the first time we are supposed to hear about Virginia, because this game is older than Investigations. Firefox is no problem because that's my default browser. No bias, of course. Ignore that Fox. That Fox is unrelated to me using Firefox, I swear. That's not fair to her. I mean, isn't she a related party? Precisely who Prosecutor Gavin doesn't want to alert, I suspect. All we've been told is to wait here in this room. It is very unsettling. I'm sorry, we're trying to figure out ourselves. Do you think I could ask you some questions? Of course. I'm always willing to help. She's as calm as she looked on the stage. I can't put my finger on why, but I like this Lamoureux. What is it, Machi? What? But you'd be alone. What seems to be the problem? Machi he's not so good against strangers. He wished to go out for a breath of fresh air. Would that be alright? Sure, of course. Ah, hello, Zero. Wait, what does the Oxyluda mode have to do with anything right now? Unless you're referring to her. Very well. What is it you wish to ask me about? The Republic of Virginia, that's in Northern Europe, right? I've never even heard of it. Going outside is lewd. I started singing in a restaurant. And then a producer called me. Before I knew it, here I am. You don't say. You know, my daddy plays piano in a restaurant. Producers tend to look for talent, Truzy. Oh, the burn. Lamoureux, you're not from Burgundy originally. Were you born here? Well... Oh, is that supposed to be a secret? Image is everything when you're a star. I know a bit about that, of course. Ah, yes, it's something like this. A contract, you might say. I'm also not supposed to speak anything but Burgunese in public. Image is important, I guess. She's an all-image, though. Her songs are lovely. A real landscape painter in sound. Painter in what? She travels the world, turning the sights into she sees in the music. That's the secret to your music beauty, right? You're very perceptive. Oh! I use your songs all the time in my stage app. I don't have to pay royalties for that, do I? Stop while you're ahead, Truzy. You probably should, Truzy. This landscape painter in sound, too, is an image. Yet without it, my songs would not be so widely heard. They even call it a siren in the ballad, right? Yes, in Bourguigny's, La Miroir means a siren. I fear that perhaps already I'm not the siren I once was. Your pianist, Machi, was it? He's cute, like a porcelain doll. He's very European. I met him while singing in restaurants in Bourguigny. He is an orphan, yet his playing is exquisite. Soon he came to live with me. It's like a fairy tale almost. I noticed he hardly ever leaves your side. Yes, well, he is blind. At first, I hesitated at dragging him across the world. He doesn't speak English. He doesn't speak English either, does he? He had never left Bourguigny before we met. I made his presence part of my contract. Machi and I are together, La Miroir, always together. Together, always. Mr. Latoise was my new manager. New? Yes, from 3 months ago. Around when I received Mr. Gavin's invitation to come, I met Mr. Latoise at my office. He was to be my manager and my bodyguard. And, as it turned out, my interpreter. Interpreter, even though you speak English? Yes, but we were to visit more places than just here. We had a concert in Japan to schedule after this one. Though, I fear that may have been cancelled now. Was Mr. Latoise from the Republic of Virginia too? Well, he was the only one only with me for 3 months. I'm afraid there isn't much I don't know about him. And now I shall never know. No one will tell me why he didn't die. I'm sorry. Prosecutor Gavin said we weren't to talk to anyone. Mr. Latoise was a talented man. The siren, the ballad. That phrase was his idea, you know. I'm happy for him that it has become so well known. The siren? That's what he meant. Huh? Apollo? You are the siren, right, La Miroir? Catch up on chat. No. Mooncake. There's so many things I want. I'm almost tempted to make the brownie cake. Like, or maybe not the brownie cake, but make some cheesecake. Because I made a brownie the other day with cheesecake, like brownie cheesecake, and it was fine. But I think I would have just enjoyed the cheesecake part by itself, to be honest. That is the meaning of my name in Bourguigny's, yes. It was a name my producer gave me, but why do you ask? It is very important. I had to know for sure if the siren was you. What do you mean important? I'll tell you. You deserve to know. Honey melon and green tea matcha. Oh, matcha is so tasty. Green tea matcha is tasty. Siren. It turns out that's a very important word in this case. How? When we found Mr. Latoise, he was still alive. What? I heard him say something. His last words. He said siren? Really? I was only there to hear it, but I'm sure that's what he said. Mr. Latoise said that? As the witness? And you're the siren, La Miroir. Let's see. YouTuber hasn't announced another case yet. Ah. Oh, so that's like a single thing for the fan game. I see. Did you see what happened? La Miroir? Might I ask? Are you with the police? Well, no. I'm a defense attorney. Okay, like, excuse me for a second. Nope, not this one. Okay, it'll have to be this one. Oh, come on. I guess it's... one of them bugs. The downside of summer. An attorney? Yet there has been no arrest, yes? Is that a problem? Oh, I see. Does an attorney not work for a client? If you have no client, you should leave the investigation to the police, I think. But Lamewa, I'm sorry, but I can't answer your questions. I'm afraid you'd like the authorities to ask them. Why? If she witnessed a crime, why won't she tell us? I believe we are through here. I believe so. Actually, I forgot a thing. There's supposed to be Emma out there. But that reminds me. Does this brooch look familiar to you? My brooch? Well, yes, it may be mine. Yours, Lamora? I was wearing a brooch earlier, you see. I must have lost it. Well, that explains the brooch we found. It was Lambewa. Thank you. I was wondering where I dropped it. So, this brooch belongs to her. There's the question. Is something wrong, Apollo? What was this brooch doing at the scene of the crime? Impossibility, too much food. Just don't eat it then. I recommend not eating it. If it's too much, take it, like, leave it for tomorrow as breakfast. Put it in the fridge and eat it tomorrow for breakfast. We're supposed to meet Em out here. What am I missing? Look, it's a postcard of Lamirois. What are these letters at the bottom? I've never seen them before. It must be written in the native tongue, Burgunese. A landscape painter in sound. This is how we translate, roughly. Please, take one. A landscape painter in sound. That's a nice image. Okay, now I hopefully have what I need to get Emma to show up. There we go. And she is not going to be pleased with us. Whoa, who's there now? Ah, it's you. Where were you? Ah, Emma. Is something wrong? She looks grumpier than usual. You bet something's wrong. The impossible's happened. And it's all your fault, you know. Oops. Maybe this is about us leaving the crime scene. What do you mean by impossible? Well, it's gone. Utterly gone. What's gone? The body's stupid. What else? Mr. Latu's body has disappeared. What? Klavier Gavin. From your vacant stare, I gather you've heard the news? I heard Mr. Latu's body has gone missing. Looked for yourself. Quite the pickle. Quite the pickle. Quite the pickle. Quite the pickle. How can you stand there? We have to start the investigation. There is no need for alarm, Fraulein Detective. All entrances and exits have been sealed. The body will not leave this building. So, I suggest we go find ourselves a cadaver. There will be plenty of time to ponder the whys later. Well, you seem pretty sure of yourself, Mr. Gavin. Oh, we'll find him. I am rather enjoying this. How can Mr. Latu's body just disappear? Well, you heard the man. Let's get searching. Hey, I don't know if this is exactly the right time, but... Yes, Darian? See, Gator's gone missing. It was in the dressing room. Gator? Who's Gator? That's what I call my guitar. Like, man? Your guitar was stolen? This hasn't been a good day for guitars or guitars. Okay, body first, then guitar. And if someone finds that guitar, please bring it out to our dressing room. Okay, it's like a missing person, lost and found. Not lost and found, man. Well, this sure is a, what did he call it? A sausage? No, wait, it was a pickle. It is your pickle. I told you to stay in the room. Sorry, not much else I can say. It's alright. Top priority now is finding that body. You can make it up to me later. 10 bags or so of chocolate snackers should do the trick nicely. You should watch your sugar intake, Emma. Does something seem different to you, Apollo? Something is definitely different here. Let's check it out. That stage there must have been lowered before. That's a tower that Lamiroir and possibly Gavin were singing on. Someone must have raised it. I don't see any way to control it from here. Apollo, what about the ladder against the wall? We could use that to take a look up, the top. Maybe we should get Emma. What are you talking about? We have to see this sort of thing for ourselves. I'm not so good with heights. Stop whining and start climbing. It didn't look that high from below, really. But when we got to the top, I felt every one of those 20 feet down. Of course, I wasn't thinking about the height anymore. Not after what we found up there. Ah! We found two things we were looking for. And one thing we never expected to find. The body, guitar in hand, and a pianist, Machitobaya. Okay, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna just do a Google search on that so I can keep it in the in my back list of things later. Septile. There we go. I'm just gonna keep it in the back here, in the background. Wow, that concert last night sure went south in a hurry. No kidding. Why did they arrest Machi? Why? Hey, don't look at me like it's my fault. Machi Tobaye, the blind pianist. Arrested on suspicion of murdering Romain Latouze. I can't believe such a cute little boy would do something so horrible. I guess they had proof of some kind. What proof could possibly prove that? Oh, nee. Prosecutor Gavin. What a night, eh? I apologize for being so upset. Mr. Gavin, do you know what's going on? Why did they arrest Machi? Why? And don't look at him like he's at fault either. It was tough for me too. We performed together that night after all, yet? Hey, it's fine. I'm always around for like, looking up games and stuff like that, getting recommended things. There are several games I've streamed, done here on the stream because people have recommended it to me or given it to me. Dust comes to mind, One Shot comes to mind, and a couple of others. The powers that be say that given the circumstances, it could only have been him. What do you mean by the circumstances? Klavier was invited from Virginia as an ambassador of goodwill. It is vital to this case be wrapped up swiftly. That's all the powers that be want, really. Well, those are circumstances, alright. But what makes Machi the only possible suspect? Forehead. You seem to have forgotten that you're talking to the prosecution. The enemy. Ah, right. Can we punch the powers that be? I think I like this side of Prosecutor Gavin better, actually. I'm not at liberty to discuss the particularities of this case. Especially not to the defense attorney. What? Did you just say? Me? The defense attorney? That is what I came here to tell you. He's down at the detention center. He wants to request your services. He? You mean Machi? Machi wants me? This is what we've been waiting for, Apollo. Let's get going. Right. Good luck. I'm off to question La Miroir. Right. Later. I hope I'm up to this. Well, I just don't get it. I refuse to believe a cute little kid like that could do something so terrible. I don't understand what that sentiment is, though. I do like Gavin. Yes, he is very helpful, but like you don't necessarily have to have an antagonistic relationship with the prosecutor. I mean, just think of Edgeworth and, to that extent, Francisca as well. Sure, both of them are rather antagonistic in the beginning of their respective games, but like as the cases go on, they are rather helpful, you know. And Gavin just, he just doesn't have it out for the prosecutor. I mean, you have Edgeworth, who's like obsessed with perfection on these cases, and then you have Francisca, who is really hostile towards Phoenix because her own notion of revenge against Miles. And then you have Godot, who has just loathes Phoenix. But Gavin is just like, this is my brother's student. And my brother was corrupt and killed someone, you know? Yeah, but I suppose they're rivals, but I think they are also standing on their own merit. Sure, you have, it might be a little bit along the Pokemon syndrome with rivals, like with how nice they become in the later games. I suppose that can be a good parallel to draw. But like, Gavin is also acting a little bit of a dick. He has his own agenda, you know. Like, he is nice when it suits him, and he is ruthless and doesn't say anything when it suits him, you know? But at the core of it, like, he is a little bit like Edgeworth, I think. That he wants to, draw the truth of a case out. I really think that Gavin is very much like Edgeworth in that sense. Emotionally constipated. Oh. Machi, everything's going to be okay. We're here for you. Hi, maybe you can tell me about last night. That's a problem. Huh? That's when I realized how tough it must be. A little kid like this, in a country so far from everything he's ever known. Speaking of which, he is 14. Let that sink in. They have arrested a 14-year-old boy and are holding him in jail, like pending trial on murder. Yeah, his hair is certainly striking, isn't it? Maybe let me walk and help. It does, Callie, it does. But didn't Prosecutor Gavin say she was with him? Yeah, he's a 14-year-old, like supposedly carrying a big, heavy revolver, a 45 caliber revolver. I am not too familiar with like calibers and stuff like that, but that's not a small bullet. Those are not small. No, wait, those are like .45, right? Those are .45 bullets. I actually have no idea how it works because 45, doesn't that mean .45 caliber when it comes to handguns? I have no idea. We need some gun gurus here. Where are the gun gurus? They're hanging out in Taylor Varga Discord. Just bring them over. They can explain to us. Yeah, you'll have to get back to us on that, Callie. Pix. Yeah, I also think that's how it works. All I know is that caliber refers to a diameter of the bullet. So, let's get to it.